You're not as in control of your choices as you think. Psychology is pulling the strings. In this video, we're going to look at 50 psychology facts that reveal just how much our instincts, memories, and subconscious shape us. Procrastination, laughter, attraction, even the way we walk, all of it is deeply wired into human mind. By the end, you'll see why people overshare online, why stress makes us believe lies, and why names subtly influence destiny. These aren't random quirks. They're patterns of thought and behavior that explain who we are and how we connect. If you've ever wondered why people do what they do, you're about to find out. Everyone carries a hidden script in their mind, but most of it isn't written by choice. It's carved by instincts, shaped by culture, and whispered by the subconscious. Here are 50 more fascinating psychology facts that peel back the layers of how humans really think, feel, and act. 1. People who procrastinate aren't lazy. They're often perfectionists. Delay isn't about doing nothing. It's about fearing not doing it perfectly. The higher the stakes, the heavier the pause. 2. Your brain is more active when you're daydreaming than when you're focused. The default mode network lights up when you drift off. Sometimes your best work happens when it looks like you're doing none. 3. People who overshare online often feel the loneliest offline. Posts and captions become substitutes for intimacy. The crowd listens, but few truly hear. 4. Laughter is 30 times more likely in groups than when alone. We don't just laugh at jokes. We laugh to bond. Humor is social glue more than private amusement. 5. People walking in crowds unconsciously sync their steps. Our brains align bodies like instruments in a hidden orchestra. Even strangers create rhythms together. 6. Memory isn't lost with time. It's overwritten. Forgetting is often replacement, not disappearance. The past bends every time we revisit it. 7. People in positions of power are more likely to interrupt. Dominance leaks through conversation. Control often starts with cutting off another's voice. 8. Music from your teenage years imprints deeper than any other era. Those songs cling to identity. They don't just remind you of youth. They're youth. 9. People who nod more are rated as better listeners even if they aren't. Agreement is a social illusion. The head moves and suddenly trust follows. 10. Smelling something familiar can unlock forgotten memories instantly. Scent has a direct hotline to the amygdala. A whiff of perfume or food can resurface years and seconds. 11. People in long-distance relationships often report stronger communication. Distance forces depth. Words become the bridge, and sometimes they're sturdier than touch. 12. The brain reacts to fairness like it reacts to food. Justice isn't abstract. It's primal. Unfairness actually triggers pain centers. 13. People who feel powerful are more likely to take physical space. Feet spread, arms wide, chin lifted. Posture isn't just body language. It's psychology made visible. 14. The brain can recognize a familiar voice faster than a familiar face. Sound slices through memory quicker than sight. A single word can feel like a time machine. 15. People who give advice often do it to convince themselves. Every tip to others is also a reminder to the self. Guidance is often self-directed wisdom in disguise. 16. Stress makes people more likely to believe misinformation. Anxious brains reach for certainty. Lies feel safer than chaos. 17. People who fidget burn hundreds more calories a day. Small movements, tapping, shifting, pacing add up. Restlessness is a secret energy drain. 18. Names influence destiny more than we admit, called the name-letter effect. People gravitate toward careers, cities, and partners that echo their own names. 19. People with high self-awareness often feel lonelier. Seeing everything clearly includes seeing your own isolation. Insight can be a double-edged gift. 20. Handshakes transfer more emotion than words. Grip, warmth, duration. The handshake is a coded message the brain reads instantly. 21. The human brain can process images in as little as 13 milliseconds. Faster than thought, faster than words. A picture truly is worth 1,000 reactions. 22. People who blush easily are often more trusted. Red cheeks reveal honesty. Vulnerability becomes its own kind of armor. 23. Sad music makes many people feel better. The sorrow isn't depressing, it's cleansing. We find comfort in melodies that mirror our wounds. 24. People often mimic accents when they like someone. It's not mockery, it's mirroring. Our voices bend as a subconscious handshake. 25. The brain releases dopamine not when you get a reward, but when you anticipate it. Hope is more addictive than achievement. The chase is wired to feel better than the capture. 26. People in love literally see the world differently. Magnetic resonance imaging shows lovers' brains dim threat responses. Love isn't just emotional. It reshapes perception. 27. Anger boosts confidence even if it clouds judgment. The surge of adrenaline makes people feel certain even when they're wrong. Rage is certainty's disguise. 28. People tend to walk in the direction they're looking, even unconsciously. Attention pulls the body. Where the eyes go, the feet follow. 29. The brain is biased toward remembering beginnings and endings more than middles. This is a serial position effect. First impressions and final words weigh heavier than the in-between. 30. People are more generous after experiencing awe. Looking at mountains, stars, or art softens the ego or shrinks the self, opening space for giving. 31. Humans are more persuasive when they admit flaws first. The pratfall effect makes imperfection endearing. Vulnerability builds trust before strength does. 32. People who keep secrets show higher stress hormones. Concealment isn't just emotional, it's physical. The hidden truth weighs on the body as much as the mind. 33. Children laugh up to 300 times a day. Adults average 20. Growing up often means growing out of joy. The world squeezes play into silence. 34. People make quicker moral decisions under time pressure. When rushed, instinct rules over reasoning. Morality bends the clock. 35. Your brain fills in blind spots, inventing what it doesn't see. Reality is part truth, part hallucination. You never see the world exactly as it is. 36. People in groups take bigger risks than when alone. The risky shift effect makes crowds bolder. Responsibility diluted becomes danger amplified. 37. Sleep deprivation makes people misread facial expressions. Tired eyes mistake neutral looks for anger. Fatigue warps perception of others. 38. People who journal regularly show stronger immune systems. Writing clears the mind and heals the body. Ink bleeds into biology. 39. Humans can feel when they're being watched, even without seeing it. Studies show micro-reactions in the brain spike under unseen gaze. Attention is almost a physical force. 40. People are more likely to change habits after major life events. New city, new job, heartbreak. These are psychological reset buttons. Change thrives in chaos. 41. People underestimate how much others think about them. The spotlight effect makes us feel observed when most aren't looking. Ego makes us bigger in our own eyes. 42. Physical warmth increases feelings of social warmth. A hot drink in your hand can make a stranger feel kinder. Temperature and trust intertwine. 43. People who imagine the future vividly are more likely to achieve goals. Visualization sharpens motivation. The clearer the picture, the stronger the pursuit. 44. Humans are more likely to remember and finish tasks. Known as the Zeigarnik effect, open loop stick. The undone clings harder than the done. 45. People who feel grateful regularly sleep better. Gratitude lowers cortisol and calms the nervous system. The thankful rest deeper. 46. People judge others' personalities faster than they judge their competence. Kind or cold is read before skilled or unskilled. Character outruns ability in the first glance. 47. The more options people have, the harder it becomes to choose. Abundance breeds paralysis. Choice is freedom. But too much freedom feels like a trap. 48. People bond faster through vulnerability than through success. Admitting fears connects more deeply than boasting wins. Fragility builds intimacy. 49. People who travel often show higher levels of creativity. New environments stretch the brain. Novelty feeds imagination. 50. And finally, humans don't just adapt to their environment, they become it. We mirror culture, absorb language, embody rituals. The world writes itself into us until we can't tell where we end. And it begins. At the end of the day, psychology is everywhere, in our choices, our habits, and even in the silence between words. These 50 facts remind us that we are walking puzzles, shaped by instincts, culture, and hidden patterns we rarely notice. The more we understand these forces, the more power we gain over our own lives, and the more empathy we extend to others. If just one of these insights shifted how you see yourself or the people around you, then this video has done its job. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating psychology facts every week.